All right. Shaking off some nerves about thoughts in my head because I got a lot of them. Um, I think a lot about it. I think a lot about controversial topics and how I feel about them, how my opinion is, and then it develops, changes, and experiences happen, and then I get called out, told out how I'm stupid for what I think about, and then I think about that, and then I get defensive and misplaced anger, and then things blow up in my face. And somehow through all of this, clarity comes. I don't know how many times I've been in that type of rodeo and how many different styles of that rodeo has come to play in my life, but one thing that really stands out to me is there's very something important that I feel, and it's a feeling that's strong enough for me to want to say, that I need to say to the world. And maybe that's why I started my YouTube channel, or why I have a desire to speak and kind of like be all over the place with my thoughts from one day to the next, and from one subject to the next, to one tangent to the next. Um, the topic I want to talk about today is bodies, human bodies. This is a subject I don't really like to talk about much, just because honestly, it is such a controversial, hot topic that somebody has an opinion somewhere about, that I know I am going to offend some way or another. Even with my best intention, my best intention is to help with my psychological thoughts. So, that all being said, I hope I don't offend anybody out there. However, if I do, I don't believe it's my fault, because I take a lot of care and a lot of energy into my thoughts about human bodies. Um, there's a lot of mistakes I've made. There's a lot of gossip I've been a part of. There's a lot of hate I spewed forth on the physical appearance of people's bodies. But that part of me, in what's the word that I want? In combination and accumulation, or can't think of the word, but it's some type of C word that, like, altogether is a very minute part of all that is me. So I know what it's like to be the perpetrator of people's pain and the thoughts of how I see bodies, but I am mostly a person that I don't really care what you look like. I care more of how you use your body and the effects that it has on other people. So I'm, I guess I'm thick for a white girl, but I'm not overweight. I'm athletic, but not in shape somehow. I definitely look like I love to eat, but I handle it, and um, I've been blessed with an attractive body. I know that it is some people's dreams, and for a long part of my dreams is I wanted to have an attractive body, even while still having an attractive body, thinking I was an ugly duckling, or that there was no way like anybody would want me. Um, I've been through a lot of psychological most of it's self-intensive therapy, where I had to realize I was in complete denial in the way I viewed myself physically. Maybe some people's minds are blown away by an attractive person thinking this way or feeling this way, but it's not the physical appearance of why we feel this way about ourselves. We might say stupid statements like, do I look fat, or do I look pregnant, or does this look right on me, when it's clear that you can feel that it's a trap question. But it's not necessarily that we're looking in the mirror at our physical appearance. We're looking in the mirror at our spiritual appearance, the idea of the way we think we should look in our minds. And when the physical mirror shows us something different, it's complete insanity. And I'm pretty sure it's complete insanity to have somebody that is completely attractive say that they're affected by those illogical thoughts. However, it don't matter about your physical appearance when it's your mind infected with horrible self-thoughts of how you view yourself. A lot of times if you are somebody that is affected by this, and you go and you watch videos, and their advice is basically love yourself, look in the mirror and like tell yourself how important, how beautiful you are. It actually does work, but it's not something that works with a one and done type of situation. It's one where you have to keep doing it day in and day out until it's second nature, that you believe truly, deeply within inside, that you are a beautiful person, regardless of your physical appearance. So a lot of times I don't really care how my hair looks, or, well, maybe not. I can't say that, because there's been many times where I have done like miraculous, wonderful things to my hair and amazed people and got a lot of attention. Um, or I wear like a very sexy outfit, or I'm just in my work uniform. I'll get a lot of attention for whatever reason that people think that I deserve it, or they want to give it to me. Um, there's times where I get myself all dolled up and I won't even get an ounce of positive feedback. Sometimes I'll get completely, sorry, I'll get completely disrespected. And honestly, I don't really want to blame it anymore on like, people are shitty, people are fucked up, fuck them, blah 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 blah. Because honestly, if I had to say that to people who think that way, I really have to say it to myself, because I have thought that way. And at times when I get pissed off at somebody and I lose it emotionally, I'll think that way again, only to have to reel myself back in, humble myself, and realize those people who I just mentally attacked are no lesser than me, and I am no better for having to do that to them. So, honestly, my thoughts about bodies are very small. It's more my thoughts about how how we as human beings can look at other people. We can look at them in a very good light and we can look at them in a very bad light. And honestly, when we do that and express what we think, it doesn't really tell other people so much about that person as it really gives everybody more information about the way you judge other people. Um, and again, for them to get an accurate judgment of you, you have to repeat yourself over and over again. And if you don't like what you hear about their judgments of you, you might want to change up the way you view people or how you express yourself in judging other people. But that being said, and to really make it, to get out of this deep zone of thought of, oh my God, my mind's going blank. Sorry, guys. Deep zone of thought of how to look at bodies besides just the physical appearance and how we all can be at fault in the way society views bodies. Now I want to change my mind to actual the surface, superficial, my superficial judgments on the outside appearance of people. I've always been a person that I don't care who you are, I'll talk to anybody as long as you're going to be real with me and can carry on a conversation that way. If you're trying to, like, I don't know, pull shit or trying to make me look dumb or stupid, the conversation is going to naturally end, and I'll just judge you as somebody who likes to make people look dumb or stupid. Anyways, my mind. I've heard some conversations recently about physical bodies and people like Lizzo who don't give a fuck about how people think she maintains her body and her health and well-being. And some of the conversations have been to the effect of, well, she's no longer gonna look good when her diabetes. Okay, so the fitness woman. All right. So I've been somebody who's been like all about fitness. I even took classes to become a physical trainer. Took some classes on kinesiology. I was in the military, and everybody's a health nut in the military, except for those people who say fuck it. So I've been both a health nut to fuck it. And I'm a lucky one where my body doesn't fluctuate more than 20 pounds. So, in either direction, basically. I don't worry about my body. And honestly, I get uncomfortable when people start focusing on my body. And I have to mentally not care. I have to put up walls. And I don't know if that's what Lizzo does or other people who just say I'm just me, or like James Corden or whatever. I'm certainly glad they don't give a fuck what other people think about their body, because honestly, it's a mindfuck to care about what other people think about what you put in your mouth or how you should behave when you eat stuff, or that you should be looking at nutrition facts and da 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 da. People who are probably that anal about what other people should do on a day-to-day basis with their nutrition, and then be like, I just care about what they're gonna be when they're in the worst state because of all their choices with food and blah, 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 blah. Honestly, even with the words of you speaking and you care, it don't feel that way and it don't sound that way. It just feels like you're defending your ability to judge another person on their choices and get people to agree with you. The reality with body weight attacking other people for their choices, whether they're skinny, whether they're fat, whether they're healthy, unhealthy, whether they're complete denial, is you can't control the choices. No matter how much factual logic that you can feed them into their brain, if they don't wanna, they ain't gonna. So, as much as you put all your time and care about your opinion about somebody else's appearance and body, all you're doing is driving yourself insane with something that you can't control. Lizzo may not fit the appearance of a healthy person, but she fits the definition of a healthy attitude of self-loving. If she wants to become skinny or she wants to change up her body anyway, she'll make that choice. But no amount of judgment and defending your choice with science and logic and the unknown like God, or I really care about her when you ain't paying your bills but giving her more attention. Or, other people put whoever you understand this emotion and the rhetoric and everything, put that person in place of Lizzo's name. You're more aggravated in the fact that you can't control her than the fact that she could get diabetes because of the choices or whatever unhealthy thing that could develop because of her choices. I know it's irritating to say stop fat shaming or stop whatever shaming, but the shaming ain't doing anybody any good and it ain't controlling anybody, and it's just aggravating the people who decide to shame for whatever reason. Maybe you should join Lizzo, get up there and dance and not give a fuck about what your body looks like because you're too busy enjoying life and having fun. She'll probably cross that bridge, and she's an intelligent woman just like anybody else who's making it this long in the world with the unhealthy condition that you deem it to be. I don't know. My thoughts stopped. I really don't like getting on this topic just because there's so many opinions that I could hurt with it. But honestly, I really hate it when people tell me that it looks like you've lost weight. I don't really give a fuck whether I lost weight or whether I gained weight. I'm too busy living my life, getting over the mess that it's all been and has been out of my control. Too busy cleaning it up. I'm too busy setting myself straight to give a fuck what my appearance looks like because I have more important things to care about. Sorry, health nuts. You might stay in your insanity a little bit longer if you hold your beliefs the way you do about fat people and defend them with your health consciousness. Anyways, I love bodies no matter if they look like mine or not. I love y'all. It's amazing that we're all in this world to begin with. Think about it. The only way to get to be a human and be in this world is go through another human being. No matter what body they have. Unless it's a male body, it's kind of hard for anybody to go through a male body. You kind of have to just go through a female body. So we're fucking important. Fucking important. Love you guys. Good night. Mwah.